Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking open a playbook for what's looking like a new YouTube gold rush. Seriously, it's a strategy that can totally blow up your earnings, not just by getting more views, but by getting the right kind of views. So let's dive right in. So imagine this for a second. A totally brand new YouTube channel just pops into existence, and in just over a single month, it explodes to 1.5 million subscribers. I mean, that's insane, right? Well, this wasn't a fluke. This was done by a whole new breed of AI-driven channel that tapped into a massive and super lucrative hidden audience. Now, what if I told you that those same views could be earning you 7 times more money? Think about it. A creator might pull in, say, $60 for 100,000 views in one country, but that same creator, with the exact same video and the exact same number of views, could be making up to $500 in another. This huge gap, this massive difference in earning potential, that is the secret key we're about to unlock. All right, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First up, the new YouTube Gold Rush. Then we'll get into the high RPM strategy. After that, it's your automated niche menu, followed by a real-world case study on AI shorts. And we'll wrap it all up by asking, what is the future of content? Okay, let's kick things off with part 1, the new YouTube Gold Rush. So what exactly is driving this whole thing? And maybe more importantly, why is this happening right now? Well, the game has fundamentally changed. It's not about just throwing spaghetti at the wall anymore and hoping something sticks, hoping a video goes viral. It's all about precision now. It's about making a shift from just creating content to strategically, almost engineering your channel to reach the exact audiences the advertisers are willing to pay top dollar for. All right, so how do you actually pull this off? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the mechanics of the high RPM strategy. This is where we learn how to build the actual money-making engine for your channel. This entire strategy really boils down to one single metric, RPM. That stands for revenue per mil, which is just a fancy way of saying how much money you make for every 1,000 views. And here's the thing. Advertisers know that viewers in places like the US have more spending power, right? So they're willing to pay a massive premium to get their ads in front of those eyeballs. And your job is simply to get your videos in front of that audience. So how do you actually aim your channel at that high-value audience? It's actually a pretty straightforward 4-step process. First, start with a brand new Gmail account. You want a totally fresh start. Second, inside your YouTube studio, go ahead and set your country of residence to the United States. This is a huge signal to the algorithm. Third, do the same for your language. Set it to English US. And finally, and please do not skip this, verify your phone. This unlocks a ton of crucial features you're absolutely going to need for growth. And that brings me to a really common myth I see out there. People worry, well, if I verify a phone from outside the US, isn't that going to hurt my channel? And the answer is a hard no. Absolutely not. I mean, look at this quote. You think YouTube doesn't already know your IP address? Of course it does. So don't fall for that stuff. Verification isn't some kind of penalty. It's literally the key that unlocks the features you need to grow. Okay, so your channel is now set up for success. So we get to the big question, maybe the most important one. What kind of content do you actually make? For a lot of creators jumping on this, the answer is the faceless channel. It's exactly what it sounds like. A channel where you never show your face, you don't even have to use your own voice. The content itself is the star. But here's the real magic. The entire production pipeline, we're talking from script to voiceover to visuals, can be almost completely automated using AI. And just to get you started, here are 5 totally proven niches that are perfect for this automated approach. You've got stuff like boring history, which sounds dull but is awesome for long passive watch times. You have quiz channels, which are super engaging and people love to share them. 3D documentaries look really high effort, but they can be streamlined. And then you have the low effort, high reward stuff like commentary on viral clips and, of course, the classic meme shorts. And as you can see, each of these niches has a different kind of trade-off, right? A quiz channel, for example, has massive viral potential for pretty low creation effort. That's a great combo. A 3D documentary also has high virality, but it's going to take a bit more work. And then something like a boring history channel has medium virality, but it's super easy to produce. So you can really just pick the path that fits the time and resources you have. Okay, so theory is one thing, but let's see how this all comes together in the real world. This case study is really a masterclass in how all these pieces, the right niche, the right audience, and AI automation can come together to create just explosive growth. Get this. The AI-driven Roblox Shorts niche is the perfect example. We're talking about new channels that have generated over 1 billion views in just 3 months. One channel hit 1 million subscribers in that same time frame. So why? It's simple. Over 1 billion kids play Roblox. The audience is massive and it's already there, waiting. And you know what's crazy? The whole creation process is surprisingly simple, and you can do it with mostly free tools. First, you just use something like OBS to screen record some viral Roblox content. Then you hop over to a tool like DubDub to generate a talking AI avatar that will react to it. You write a super simple reaction script for your avatar. And then you just use a free editor like CapCut to mash it all together, putting the avatar over the game footage and adding some captions. Done. So as you can see, the whole workflow really just relies on a handful of powerful, really accessible tools. Yeah, the editing in CapCut takes up the most time, but the AI and screen recording parts, super fast. The biggest takeaway here, though, is that the barrier to entry for creating this kind of potentially viral content it's practically disappeared. So where does all of this leave us? Where is this all heading? Let's zoom out for a second and really think about what this strategy means for the future of content creation as a whole. Really, the biggest takeaway is this. The rules of the game are changing, fast. Success on these platforms is becoming less about, pure artistic talent and way more about smart, data-driven strategy. And this combination of strategic audience targeting and AI automation, well, it's kicking the door wide open for a whole new generation of creators from anywhere and everywhere in the world. And that leaves us with one final big question to chew on. As these incredibly powerful, automated strategies become more and more common, what does that mean for human artistry? Is the future of content creation all about automation? Or is it about artistry? Or is it some new hybrid of both we haven't even seen yet? I think that's the big challenge that every creator is going to have to face.